Hello guys, good morning. I am in my last minutes of my countdown. Good to see you, Argan, and good to see you, Hokkaido. Yes, today is makeup day. I had unfortunately was a little bit late and a little bit rushed, so I didn't have time to change the category or the title. I apologize for that, but I will be back with Hollow Knight on Sunday. And yes, it is true. I had already unlocked the boss fight with Grim Troop Leader. I am not at Nightmare King, Grim Troop Leader. I have given him a couple of attempts, but I was not up for it since I had already fought Hornet that stream. So yes, you got baited. I'm sorry, but we are going to have fun with makeup today, and I will see you in a minute. Hello everybody, and good morning. Happy Friday to you all. Coming to you from the new makeup corner in the new place. I have been trying to think what I should be doing today, but my creativity has been sparse. So we're just gonna dig around in the makeup table and see what we find and see what we will be doing today. Maybe we just hang out and relax and glam up a little bit. I have made an effort today and try to stash myself up a little bit, just you know, in the spirit of makeup streams. But yes, it was a little bit of a challenge to figure out where to put things here. I put the phone kind of on the table itself and the webcam on the lid of my makeup table. As you can see, it's not as high as it was in the previous place because I had the mirror on the table in the previous place. So you can only see the middle compartment. You can't really see my brushes or anything, but I'll try to give you an update on what I'm doing and just show you guys what I'm working with along the way. We'll see what happens. Now, the Android cam does not have a autofocus function, so I'm gonna have to show things up to my face. But hey, I'm not really complaining, am I? Hello, Mama Toast 420 Gaming, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the burrow. Yeah, so that is what is on the schedule today. We're just gonna have some fun. But yes, Argan, I was talking about it on stream yesterday. I'm sorry guys, we're gonna talk about some non-makeup related stuff now. I am actually playing Hollow Knight on stream. And I was talking about it on stream yesterday that some things that have a lot of stress elements in them, like action-filled games, they really take a lot out of me and it's really exhausting. So right now I'm at like 80 hours of gaming in Hollow Knight. And I was kind of reflecting upon the fact, like last week, that when I think about streaming Hollow Knight, I'm not really looking forward to it anymore. And I think it's because I know that I have a lot of difficult boss fights left. And it just takes so much out of me that there is a risk that I'm going to abandon the game and never finish it. I am going to try my best, however, guys, I am going to try my best to continue pushing forward and actually finish the game. But truth is, I am not a big gamer. I am not used to platform games. I do remember I was playing like Super Mario on the Super Nintendo that my uncles had when I was a kid. I did play a little bit on my brother's Sega when I was a kid, so I played Echo and Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff like that. But I am not a big gamer. I have not been gaming actively through my life. So my reaction times might be slower than other gamers that, for example, are very used to playing these kind of games. And I know, Argan, you have talked about your love for platformers, so I know that you're used to playing this kind of games. So I shouldn't be surprised that you just breeze on through an element like that, where you're supposed to fly and evade things and pogo the shit out of pointy things. That pogoing really, like, oh my god. I cannot pogo for my life. It's like I'm fighting a hornet. Like, oh, I could have pogoed there. Should have pogoed there. Can I pogo? Do you remember how to pogo? No, no, no. I can't pogo. No, pogo is. I find it very difficult, at least. Well, I mean, I felt your spirit in me at that point, and I saw you breeze through that, and I was like, fuck you! You made it look that easy, I hate you! So, it was a little bit of Argan spirit rushing through me at that point. I love your attitude when you're gaming, man. It's so much fun to watch because you're sitting there and you're like, fuck you! Oh, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! It's hilarious. So yeah, you have influenced me a little bit. You have inspired me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But I will probably never be that fly through things like that with such ease. Yes, I did, and I was evading it for a reason because I haven't watched a lot of streamers play Colosseum, so I don't really know what awaits me there. I can guess, but I don't know what awaits me. So you were talking about things that you had gone through and discovered along the way, and I just, every now and then I'm like, oops, off with the headset. He's talking about something, I don't really know what it is. He's doing something, I don't know what it is. Don't check your phone, off with your headset. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point in this game. It's trial and error, I guess. And to actually hear that you're struggling a little bit, don't take this the wrong way, but it kind of relieves me a little bit. Because I'm like, okay, he actually is struggling with something. Good. Then I don't have to feel too bad. But on the other hand, if he's struggling, what the heck am I going to do when I get there? But, you know, that's a question for, or matter for future Rabbit. So, yeah. Oh, I can guess. I think you kind of guessed it, but I abandoned your stream when you said that you were heading towards one of the endings. I was like, oh, there are more than one ending. I don't want to see this. Bye! I abandoned ship at that point. Yeah. But yes, in Hollow Knight now, last stream I discovered the Abyss. I went through the Abyss. And then I started exploring all of these walls of goo that I wasn't able to pass before. Hi Swifties Moon, welcome in. Happy Friday. How are you doing today? I hope that you're having a good day so far. And then in the process of passing these walls of goo, I discovered that some of them were just things that I would have found anyway, or that I already had found, which was a bummer. But instead of, you know, after defeating Hornet, I went back to Dirtmouth, and I made a couple attempts on Grim Trooper Leader. Oh, right. Hi, Lily. I haven't seen you in a while, so I didn't remember. Sorry. Oh, something happened? Are you okay? Yeah, it could be an advantage, Argon, especially if you have people in chat that is playing Hollow Knight for the first time. But yes, after I defeated Hornet, yeah, send me a message, Lily. I will gladly talk. For now, I'm here. I'm glad to see you anyway. I missed you. I've been thinking about you. But yeah, Argon. After I defeated Hornet, I decided to go back to Dirtmouth and made a couple attempts on the Grim Troop Leader. I decided that after fighting Hornet for 1.5 hours, I was in no state or shape to take on another boss fight. So that's when I decided to start exploring instead, since, you know, finally beating Hornet opened up the Abyss and some more exploring, which I don't mind the exploring. But then it went from there to the walls of goo, and then finally I reached the Trader Lord. The Mantis Trader Lord, or whatever his name is. And at that point I was like, okay, I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. I'm starting to get hungry. I don't really feel like streaming the entire day. Maybe I should just call it. And in the process, I was so ragey. Oh god, I hate the Queen's Gardens. I hate it with my entire being. Because all these fucking platforms that folds after like a second, and the thorns, and like, oh my god. Oh my god. So I got to the Mantis Trader Lord. I fought him. I died. I had reached 9,000 Geo, which was my goal, because Divine needs 9,000 Geo. I know that you don't care about that, but I'm trying to discover as much of the game as possible and complete as much of the game as possible. Yeah, this is a platformer. It's called Hollow Knight, if you haven't heard about it. I'm playing it on stream right now. It's the most complicated game, or most difficult game, that I have ever played, so it's a really big challenge for me. Like, I died, and to get back to the Mantis Lord, you have to pass through these platforms that fold after 1 second or something, and that has thorns around it. When you fall into the thorns, you die, or you lose a heart. It's skulls, but you lose you lose HP. So I got to the point where this killed me, and it reached me to the degree that I was focused on getting back there, and then I died again. And after 3 deaths, I realized, hold on, wait a minute, where's my geo? No! No, I lost 9,000 geo! Did they really lost 9,000 geo? Oh my god! That's when I got the insight. Have you ever been there? You're just so into something that you don't realize something else is happening, and then when you finally realize it, that feeling of utter distress is like, no, no. Oh god. I don't know if I'm gonna 100% it, to be honest. There are very few games that I've been able to 100%. I do try, after I started streaming, I do try my best to try to 100% games, but yes, it's well poop, let's keep going, indeed. But yes, I am... I'm going to try my best. I do feel like my my energy is fading when it comes to Hollow Knight, but I will keep pushing on. You might find me running in circles from time to time, but it's only because I have to distract myself from the ragey bits. Well, that's why I don't play it every day. I play it 3 times a week, and that is kind of my limit. There has been streams where I've fully enjoyed myself, and it's basically streams where I'm running around exploring things. But I'm getting to the point now where I know I have a whole lot of fights to go through, and it's just the sheer thought of it is just, oh god. Right, right. And I think it's starting to affect my off-game mood as well. I didn't really have mood swings before, but now I realize that I am actually having like mood swings off-game where I feel irritation or agitation, and it's very unlike me, and I don't really know if it's because of the game. Only dying, yes. So yeah, I do think it's healthy for me that I'm going through a game like that, since it's basically not a game that I would normally play. Oh, Argan, Argan, I understand you. It's such a frustration for me that you're so far ahead of me, because I fully enjoy myself in your streams and I want to be in your streams. But when it comes to Hollow Knight, I feel like I don't want any spoilers. I want to try to figure things out as I go along. And then it basically turns into me lurking because, I don't know, I just enjoy it. There are a few streamers that I follow actively right now. I wake up in the morning and I look in the list of people streaming and I'm like, eh. And then I get filled by this restlessness because I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm addicted to Twitch. I might be. But yes. Anywho. Yeah, I get you, Lily. I am the same way. I don't deal with stress well. You and me are alike in that regard. So, if you don't deal with stress well, action-filled games could be pretty exhausting. And hello, Dragon. I'm sorry that I didn't pay you any attention until now. I did see your message. Asking how I'm doing. I'm okay. I've been feeling a little bit tired today, but I think it's the aftermath of the move that is slowly catching up to me. I was actually, I have had really stressful dreams tonight. I was dreaming about moving and cats and rabbits escaping, and I'm losing them, trying to find them, and it was just bad. I woke up feeling really distressed, and didn't really feel too good when I woke up. But hey, I know it's just my body and my mind that is dealing with the aftermath of, you know, trying to calm down and adjust to the new surroundings. Yeah, I do have ADHD, and even though we knew that we were moving, my current state of mind makes it really difficult to actually prepare for things in the future or that is coming up ahead, because I'm so living in the now. I have a tendency of being very forgetful when it comes to things or reflecting on things. So I feel like this move has affected me more than maybe any other move has. Oh, you didn't? I believe I have talked about it, but yes, I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 16. My mother had just gotten her diagnosis at the age of 40, and we saw a lot of similarities in between us, so she thought it would be a good thing if I also had some tests done. So I got diagnosed. I've never been on meds though, since they thought that maybe circumstances around me growing up and things that was happening in my life at that point might have affected the diagnosis. Yeah, that late. My mom has been struggling off and on after that. I mean, she was struggling a long time in her life with things. If you don't really know, if any of you don't know what it's like to have ADHD, it can cause a lot of issues. I mean, ADHD come in different forms, so different people have different issues, but it can cause anything from, you know, memory loss, short attention span, you don't really remember things well. That short memory loss, and that might be the same thing. You have difficulty organizing things, keeping track of things. You can have difficulty finishing things you start up, which we have just talked about. You know, games and finishing games might be one of them. Projects in general, just starting them up, being really, really, you know, into what you're doing, but then when you kind of closing into the end of the project, just falling out of it and never finishing it. It can cause a lot of anxiety. It can cause a lot of insecurities. When you're talking about children and ADHD, there are typically different symptoms between boys and girls. Boys are usually more outgoing and like reacting more than girls do. Girls have a tendency of kind of going into themselves and not saying much, which I think I always have had a tendency of doing most of my life. So yeah, I have like OCD in some areas here, and then there are some areas that are complete chaos. Because I'm only able to focus on, like, if I should focus on one thing at a time, I really, really need to make an effort to focus, because my mind goes everywhere. I never manage to make my mind shut up. There's always something going on in here. And I have been talking about it before on a makeup stream, but if you are supposed to draw up a map of a normal person's brain and how they work, and a person with ADHD and their brain, how they work, you can see in the normal person's brain, you have like squares, circles, triangles, neatly placed with spaces in between. And then you have the person with ADHD brain where you have circles and triangles just floating into one another, and then you have the road that goes in between these. There's just going all over the place except where it's supposed to go. So yeah, but anyway, what did I start to talk about? How did I get into this? I forgot what we were talking about initially. Oh yes, sudden changes. Sudden changes, yeah. So a part of having ADHD is having difficulty adjusting to sudden changes. Like for many years, I had trouble with being spontaneous because spontaneity meant, you know, sudden changes and things that were out of my control. And it was just, when I was a kid, if we had something fun planned with a family, for example, or if I had something fun planned with my friends and it didn't fall through, it would ruin my entire day. I would just sit up and down doing nothing because my brain couldn't deal with the fact that I was supposed to be doing something else or being somewhere else doing something else. So it took a long time for me to kind of be able to be okay with that. I don't have problems being spontaneous today, but there's still like I can get thrown off pretty easily, especially if it's something that I'm really looking forward to. Yes, there is. So, I mean, the things that I love and the things that I'm interested in, it doesn't really take much for me to get the focus, to find it, to be there. But as soon as I start getting exhausted, I could feel my focus failing. And that's what you actually can see when I'm playing Hollow Knight and doing the boss fights. In the beginning, I have no trouble kind of collecting myself, finding the focus, being there. But then as the fights and the attempts move on, my energy gets depleted and the focus starts swaying because I start thinking about other things. My thoughts, they sway away from the game onto other things. And as soon as I do that, I fuck up. It is an interesting topic for sure. I did a small paper in high school about it. Oh, there it is. I lost the sock or whatever I should call it for these headphones. There we go. Now I don't have to get irritation in my ears. It's kind of like a battery, yeah. So I have to I didn't realize it until after I had my stroke, but ADHD causes, you know, attention issues and sometimes maybe energy issues. But then in 2011, I was diagnosed with Sjögren's syndrome, which basically means that you struggle with energy issues, exhaustion, you get light and sun sensitivity, and I just continued pushing on like any normal person would do. I was working as much as I could, grabbing the shifts that I could. I was doing everything that I needed to do at home. And I would reach these points or have these days where my eyes were kind of painful. The vision was a little bit blurry, or I could have these days where I had things I wanted to do or needed to do, but I just got stuck on the bed feeling overwhelmed by the things that I was supposed to be doing. And I didn't understand until after I had my stroke, third condition, that those were actually how it felt, how the light and sound sensitivity is affecting your body, how the exhaustion is affecting your body. And this has become a very long process where I've been forced to adjust and come to terms with and accept that things are the way they are, that I have far from the same ability as anyone else, like a normal person. And I really have been forced to try to adjust my activity level after that. But then there's this aspect of, you know, okay, if I'm supposed to get back to a full-time job eventually, I need to get back to where I were. And you know what they say when it comes to exercise and training, improving your body, it's like pushing yourself, resting, pushing, resting, pushing, resting, to force your body to activate more and more and more and build more muscle. And this is kind of the concept that I've been applying in the same way for the energy issues. I'm thinking, okay, if I push myself more, not too much, but like push myself a little bit more every week, maybe my body will adjust. Maybe I will kind of get used to and be able to deal with this much activity again. Now, I don't know if that works in the same way. I don't know how exhaustion works. So I'm very anxious about how it's gonna go and where I'm gonna end up. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. I apologize. We are already like half an hour into the stream. So let's have a look in the makeup table and see where we end up. Now I have some new products here that I would like to try. I have some hydroliners from Suva Beauty. These are basically water activated UV liners in pastel colors. I bought their pastel palette, but I also have got a couple of new eyeshadow palettes from ZZ Cosmetics. These are the missing palettes from the collection that I've already been using, which had the Divine Feline palette. Unconceivable. Yeah, sometimes it just feels like I was actually counting on this today since I didn't really have a plan on what to be doing. Like the last makeup streams I've had, I haven't had a plan to begin with, and I just end up talking for an hour before I actually start doing my makeup. So if anyone is here for the makeup, I will get to it. Don't worry, we will get there. My tea is also getting cold. All right. I have my camera? Yes, I have my camera. Did I charge my camera? Yes, my camera is charged. I did that before we moved, so it should be charged. All right, let's have a look. What should we do? What should we do? So these are the CZ palettes that I already have. I love these palettes. They are so beautiful. I actually sent an email to CC Cosmetics yesterday about PR or, you know, a collaboration. We'll see what they say. I'm thinking that I should do more looks with these palettes. I still have a bunch of shades in here that I haven't tried. This is the Ank palette, which is a part of their British Museum collaboration. All of these palettes are inspired by Egypt. So they have, there's 6 palettes and they have Egyptian motifs on the front. These are like pressed, so they stick out, which is amazing. They are so beautiful. So I'm thinking I might use this one today. It's been so long. It's been 2 weeks since I did makeup, guys. 2 weeks! And I did swatch these last time, and I barely remember how they look. I remember I loved the shimmers, which is this one, this one. I actually was really impressed by this one because it looks like, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like a bunch of different colors that has been pressed together. And when you swatch this, it becomes kind of a green shimmer-ish metallic, like a minty green metallic. But I'm going to take a look around and see what I feel like. I should get a towel to have here. If you ever have watched Rose and Ben on Instagram, she has a towel or some kind of rag that she wipes her brushes off on that she calls Sheila. I should have that. So I have reorganized a little bit in my makeup table because I had trouble kind of making everything fit. So I have actually put my lip pencils here, and that caused me to have a little bit of extra space here, so I put the new eyeshadow palettes here. I've also gotten the drawer inserts for the COLOURPOPxRAWBEAUTYKRISTI series from IKEA. So I have two drawers down here where I put the biggest eyeshadow palettes that I have, and also new products, so I could move that out of my makeup table. So I put all of the powders and all of the like big round things here. It's kind of flying around a little bit when I'm putting it in and out. Hello, bear. Yes, it is organized. It might not look like it's organized, but I have all the eyeshadow palettes here. Let's see if I can get that back down. So all eyeshadow palettes here. I have placed new palettes here for now. Here is where I have my makeup brushes. This is the area for makeup remover and brush cleaner and stuff like that. I also put my bamboo pads here. And this is the drawer for primers and foundations. This is the drawer for loose pigments and glitters. This is where I have all of my setting sprays and my concealers, and also liquid highlights. This is my lipstick drawer. I think you've seen me use that countless of times. Here I have Q-tips and also all of my eyeliners and scissors. Apparently I have two scissors now, don't know why. And also some brow gel, like big things. See my idea of organization, their brains would melt by the chaos. Right? And then in this drawer, you can't really see it, but it's on the side here. I have placed all of my setting powders, highlight. I have a highlight palette here, like big things in general. I also placed my rhinestones and my pearls here. And in this drawer, which you can't really see either, but in here, let me try to show you guys. So in here I have all my lipsticks, lip glosses, like cream lipsticks. I have placed all of my cream shadows, and some single shadows that I have. I have all of my blushes. I have all of my gel liners in here, and also I have all of my mascaras and eyeshadow primers. So yes, organized. One of the few places that is organized. It feels like. Probably too much. That's kind of how I feel like sometimes too, yeah. My makeup collection have significantly grown the last year and a half. So this is, oh, look at this thing. It's so pretty. This is the palette that I've been using twice. I've actually used all of the shades almost in this one. So it has a couple of amazing shimmers and glitters. This black one contains like bluish, purple, and gold specks. This hair is not supposed to be there. This glitter here might look like rocks or like crystals. It is actually very loosely pressed glitter specks. They are like big specks in the form of butterflies. This one made a big impact on me, let me tell you. I've never seen anything like it. Never. So I really, really like this. I haven't tried these yet. These are like pressed glitters. So these palettes, they really have everything. It has mattes, shimmers, metallics, and pressed glitters, which is amazing. Butterflies! Yes! Yeah, I know, right? This palette is amazing. This was the first one I tried. So I created a birthday look with this palette, which I actually made with some of the oranges and I think it was browns and the butterfly glitter. It was amazing. But I don't really stop there, you know. I have to top it off with some loose pigment and some glitter just because I am me and I love glitter. Well, Bear, you know, girls like to feel pretty. That's kind of the thought with makeup, to make you feel pretty. So yeah, anyway, I also have my brow pomades and in the drawers with to the right. Now let's figure out what to do. How about well-applied makeup makes a girl even better looking. Too much can be bad, too little can be good, and most ladies wear some. Well explained, Hokkaido. I like that. So let me show you the new palettes. I think did I show you last time on stream? I don't remember if I did. But yes, these are the palettes that are part of the Maya collection, which is the same collection as the Divine Feline palette. So here we have the Goddess palette. Look at that. Look at that. And inside we have a protection cover with cherry blossoms. And then we have a combination of peaches and corals, violets, and browns, which is really nice. And this one is the same as the butterfly glitter, I can see, but it has flowers. Flowers. Nice. So nice. I have not swatched these yet. Oh no! No! Well, I'm swatching one of them now. Because I managed to rip a hole in one of them with the side of the protection thingy. Didn't mean to do that.
I think everybody needs a friend. So we're going to give him one right here.
Which goddess? Well, I don't know. It's just called the Goddess palette. So that was a matte coral color. Looks really nice. Didn't swatch it for real. I'm gonna swatch them for real some other day. And the other palette is also in the Maya collection. This is the Sugar Skull palette. It doesn't have the same like mother of pearl effect on the front. Not as much anyway. I can see the contour of the skull that has it, but so this one has, when you open it, a protection cover with the Sugar Skull, and it contains of lilacs, purples, and blues. This one is like greenish blue. And these two last palettes, they've had so many stamps on them. It's amazing. I don't know if you can see all the stamps on these ones, but these one have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stamps. So half of the eyeshadows have stamps on them. Well, I am raging a little bit about these palettes, but it's because they are so pretty. Oh god, they're so pretty. This black one actually looks like it has some pink and also something else in it, some shimmers. Looks amazing though, looks amazing. More butterflies. No, not really. Not really. Oh, I don't really want to start using these yet. I have so many palettes that I can use. But if I want to convince Zizi that I'm worth their PR, maybe I should. Always butterflies. Always. You'd hire me? Oh, I appreciate that. I do kind of feel inclined of using this one again. I think I've showed you this before, but this is the collaboration between Raw Beauty Christie and ColourPop Cosmetics. She created a collection called At First Sight, and this is the palette that she made. All of these are extremely pigmented and just really, really nice. I don't know if you remember the look that I did with this one, but I created kind of a greenish shimmer look with a nude lip, and oh, I felt so glamorous that day. It was amazing. Raw Beauty Christie. Raw Beauty Christie. Or Kirsty. I think everybody says Christy, but it's Kirsty. I'm the hype man. So many pink names. Yeah, Raw Beauty and ColourPop. That's right. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna work with that. So now we have at least chosen a product to start off with. I would like to use this one again. This one is so nice. This is also a product from ColourPop. This is one of their Super Shock Shadows in the shade Ripple. Every time I swatch this, I cry. This is so stunning. So incredibly stunning. It's like, it looks purple, but it has blue specks in it. It's just... oh god. Oh. By Rabbit TV shopping. Oh, I know. You never know. You never know. I don't really see myself going that far though, unfortunately, but you never know. So, what should we do? What do I feel inclined in doing? I'm thinking yellow and burgundy. Yellow and burgundy. I do have a burgundy shimmer here. Or we can pick a pigment in another color. We could use the topper in the Ank palette too. I remember I loved that. It was so pretty. So we have burgundy and yellow. What is that blush doing among my pigments? I don't know. Put that there. And some eyelash glue. Maybe I should use this again. I don't know if you remember the MAC look that I did, but I was using this one. This is a loose pigment from them called, what's it called? Blue Brown, which I can't really see because it looks more green. But it is a loose pigment. And it has a very nice sheen to it. Okay, now I can kind of see the blue. I think it looks a little bit more greenish than blue, but yeah. It's blushing! Bada boom. Okay, so we have the yellow and the burgundy. We can put some colors in between there. Maybe the that one. Yeah, and then we put the shimmer on top. We could kind of choose another pigment maybe to put on our brow bone. Dusty. It needs to be cleaned in here. I've been meaning to vacuum our apartment for the last 4 days, but it just doesn't happen. Oh, I would like to use this glitter again, though. When will I use this one? This glitter is amazing. I wanted to order more glitters from Lit Cosmetics, actually. But when I was done picking out what I wanted and headed over to the checkout, they had $25 shipping. 25? Are you saying that I should pay just as much shipping as one of your or two of your products? No, that's not happening. It's not happening. I understand that some companies that ships internationally has to kind of have a pricey shipping, just because people try to scam them. That is what happened with Divina Cosmetics, among other brands. People claim that their products never arrive. They buy these big, exclusive, really expensive collections, and then they claim that their products never arrives, just to get their money back. But they get the products as well. So they were forced to up the shipping because they wanted to try to put a stop to this. It's just so crazy. You cannot... If you want quality products, don't scam the company. It's not worth it. You are just ruining it for everybody else. Maybe this one. It's kind of a bluish sheen to it. Okay, let's experiment. Let's experiment. Might be a normal-ish shape of the eyeshadow this weekend, just so I can get back into it. But let's get cracking. So I think I'm going to use a normal eyeshadow primer today, a nude eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to use the eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden from Urban Decay Cosmetics. Yeah, I'm sure. What the heck? I had wiped eyeshadow on my face. Woo, okay. My face has a lot of redness today, so I'm gonna feel good in makeup. Let me just tell you. It's been long overdue. What the fuck? People don't know how much work actually goes into making good stuff. Especially like game developing and stuff. It takes a lot of time. A lot of time and a lot of skill to actually make something that works. I actually found it really funny. Bear Autopsy played a game on stream recently called from the, what was it, 70s, 80s? It was called Buddy Simulator, if I remember it correctly. And please correct me if I'm wrong, Bear, because I don't really remember the name of the game. But like, somewhere in the game, along the way when he was playing it, this character came in that was supposed... That's where I got eyeshadow from. This character came in every now and then that were talking like the developer, saying, "Oh, I'm trying to create a good game for you, and this is how you repay me, blah blah blah." Bear, are you still here? All right, so we have primer on our lids. I'm going to set that with a little bit of powder. So I'm using my Isadora Sheer Cover Velvet Touch Compact Powder. Just to set it a little bit, we're going to grab a big fluffy brush. I'm grabbing this one, which is the E15 from ColourPop's collection. We're going to focus on the upper area because this is where we want the blend to kind of be smooth and transition into nothing. And then we'll just put the rest on the lid. There we go. And now we can start with the eyeshadows themselves. I haven't really decided how I'm supposed to do this just yet. I do feel inclined to making a gradient from white or very light color to yellow to burgundy. Then maybe a little bit of dark brown in the outer corner just to create a little bit of dimension. So I feel the yellow might be a little bit too harsh to start off with, but the nude color in this palette, which is called Old Growth, is a little bit too dark. So I'm going to find a good... No, Bear, there you are. Can you tell us about that game you were playing from the 70s / 80s? Wasn't it called like Buddy Simulator? Or whatever it was? If you read up in chat, you can just see that Argan talked about an indie game developer that was developing games all by himself, making like 60 minutes games, 30 to 60 minutes. And people would put a good votes to yes, but then ask for a refund because Steam's under 2 hours refund. Buddy Simulator 1984, there we go. I was just, it came to my mind because people don't know how much time and skill and money it actually takes to create something good, especially when it comes to programming and games and stuff like that. And it just came to mind because somewhere like here and there throughout the game, this character shows up that talked like the developer, wasn't there? Right? I'm gonna grab a white eyeshadow. So I'm gonna grab this one today. This is from Wet&WILD, a single shadow called Sugar. The main character is the developer. Oh, okay. Then I must have misunderstood. I was watching like half lurking because I was packing, so I might have missed some points. Just grabbing that, and we're going to place it in the inner corner. Because they're your best buddy. Oh. Well, I mean, people who develop games is good friends. They are making a lot of people happy worldwide. All right, then we're gonna grab another brush. I think I'm gonna go with the regular brush that I'm using. I haven't picked that out. Let's see. That one and that one. Yes. So these are my favorite application brushes when it comes to eyeshadow because they are like medium fluffy, a little bit rounded, medium compact. We're gonna dip into this yellow here. It's called Chantelle, which is a type of mushroom in the county where Raw Beauty Christie comes from, actually. And then we're gonna apply this to the lid. I am dabbing this on. Just to get the pigment that I want. So Best Buddy Simulator, is that a game you can find on Steam, or where did you find it? And then we can blend the yellow and the white together. And I'm basically doing that by pulling the yellow inward toward the inner corner of my eye. There we go. Did I already lose the brush I used the white on? Yeah, I have. Oh well. It's white. It won't matter. Steam! It's cheap as well, I believe. Nice, nice, nice. So it's not a platformer, Argan, but it was weird. If you want to play a weird game, that's the game. So we're grabbing a more fluffy brush. It's more of a crease brush, really. Let me see, what size do I want? Size. I'm gonna grab this one. This is from Zoeva. This is the 228 crease brush. I play all genres of games. So I'm just. Well, you make it sound like it, and I've only seen you play platformers. I don't know what kind of game Silent Bomber was, but yeah, because I didn't see you play that. So I'm gonna dip into Rainer. I want a smaller brush for this. It's a little bit too big. Let's grab this one instead. This is the ColourPop E17. Dipping into Rainer. Oh right, you're playing the Legend of What's a Who? I don't remember the name. Like I am. Yeah, okay. I didn't remember the name, okay? So can't you tell us a little bit of Legend of Legaia then? In case there are somebody here that don't really know what it is and is a little bit curious. I've only kind of gotten parts of the story about trees and whatnot. Some magical trees, I would guess. I'm grabbing an even smaller brush. Now I'm grabbing the ColourPop E19, which is a smaller crease brush. Now we're dipping into Amanita, which is this burgundy shade. I'm just applying that to the outer corner. Time to linger. Time to mingle long ears. Okay. So hello everybody, welcome in. If you're new here, I am Rabbit and this is a part of my burrow. I am a variety streamer that does just dance, makeup, and some variety games on a regular basis, but I also do streams like cooking, baking, taking walks, arts and crafts sometimes. So if anything like anything of this sounds interesting, remember to press the follow button downstairs so you'll get notifications when I go live. If you've been here a while and you love what you see, then why not buy a sub or gift someone else a sub for that matter. You have 20% off your first sub right now and you will give access or get access to my wonderfully cute emotes because they're very cute. I promise. Welcome in everybody. It's an JRPG. PS1 games at the time and Japanese games especially tend to create wacky stories to justify the end of the world. If you were wanting pizza today, Rabbit, no, I'm not gonna deliver or pay for that. It's for me. Would you go for frozen pizza or get something from Pizza Bua at 2 to 3 times the cost but already made and totally delish? We normally go for frozen pizza. I usually add extra cheese on top of my frozen pizza, but yes, we usually go for frozen pizza. If there is like a specialty pizza that you're really craving, I would go for fresh pizza, more expensive pizza. Yeah. I'm gonna grab the last brush we used, and I'm gonna dip into the shade that we used in between, because now we have applied all the shades that we want. So I'm just gonna go over and blend these together a little bit more and fill in any gaps that might have been caused by blending. And we're also going to grab the yellow, fill that in a little bit more. Because there are far from every pizza that you can find in the frozen dishes counter, so sometimes I feel like, oh, that pizza, that topping, oh, that would be amazing, but you can't find that in the frozen counter, so then you can like contemplate if you want to spend extra money on it or not. Why are these eyes blending so differently? It's gonna be one of those days, apparently. Big one, best one. It is true that Grandiosa is cheaper. I prefer the, oh god, what's the brand? The one that has 2 in 1 pack, usually. They have like mozzarella and polo and Dr. Oetker, yes. I prefer those, but it's because they have a thin crust. I'm not a big fan of thick crust. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this, but I'm going to grab a smaller brush. It's a teeny tiny brush. This is the 238 from Zoeva, Luxe Precise Shader. I'm going to dip into a darker brown. So I'm going to dip into this shade right here, which is called Homegrown. And then I'm just going to apply this in the outer V, which is in the outer corner of the eye. And this is just to create just a little bit extra dimension. A little bit extra shade in the outer corner. There you go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a clean brush. I'm going to grab a kind of medium fluffy brush. Not that one, I'm going to grab this one. So I'm grabbing this one. This is the 225 Luxe Eye Blender from Zoeva. Or Folkens, yeah. So no Grandiosa's thin crust for you. No, I'm not a big fan of the Grandiosa variations, actually. Oh, my boyfriend usually buys the beef kebab. He really likes that. So what I'm going to grab a clean brush, and we're just going to blend the outer edges of this makeup look, because we want a smooth transition up towards the brow. You can see how much softer that eye is compared to that. And that's exactly what we want. We don't want any like sharp edges. Unless that's the look that you're going for, of course, but I would rather have like a smooth, soft transition up into nothing. There we go. All we want is the shading. Now I did remove a little bit too much on this eye, I feel like. Or the pigment is not as good, as intense as on the other eye. So I'm just gonna fill in just a little bit more. Hello, Janine. Lurk, thank you for the lurk. And I hope that you're having a wonderful Friday. I'm actually getting hungry myself. God damn it. I did eat an early breakfast. Maybe I should make pizza myself. I have a half of a pizza in the freezer. All right. I actually like that. We're gonna leave it at that. For the upper lid for now. Can close that. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna use this pigment right here. So we'll grab our tray. Just gonna grab a little bit. You're eating potatgull for dinner? Oh no. Well, I mean, potatgull is good too, but it's not food. At least it's good to hear that you can eat solids. All right, and I'm gonna apply this with my finger because we don't want, like, loose pigments are very difficult to handle unless you mix them with a mixing compound. So we're just gonna add this from the outer corner inwards. Pulling it out all the way. Can you see that shimmer? Depends on the solid. Okay, gotcha. My face is out of frame. Apparently. Oh, it has frozen. I'm sorry. My Droid cam tends to crash sometimes. I'll fix it. Yeah, I'm using my phone as a camera, and it has a tendency of crashing sometimes or losing connection. Can you open? There we go. Let's restart it. There we go. And then I have to flip it because I had flipped it. I'm just gonna attach it back. Do I need to flip it? No, I don't need to flip it. Okay, good. There we go. Something like that. Okay. Now, can you see the shimmer? They really have. Oh, let's see. We're just gonna wipe off the excess eyeshadow and glitter that might have fallen out. There you go. And in the front, we're gonna grab a little bit of this other loose pigment. Put the lid on this. We have a little bit left on our tray here. We're gonna use that later. I'm gonna grab this one. This is another loose pigment. This is from INGLOT. This is in the shade 131. So it is a white shimmer, kind of translucent shimmer, but it has a blue tone to it. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this. Just a teeny tiny bit. And I'm gonna apply it with my finger again. But this time I'm gonna apply it to the inner corners of my eye and pull it forwards. It's gonna meet in the middle with that other pigment that we applied. Don't know if you can see it, it's really subtle, and I haven't really figured out how to make my camera quality as good as I want it, but I hope you can see that. Yes, they are prescription glasses, Lily. It's because of my light sensitivity. I got it when I was in school, or I got them. So I got two pairs. I have these ones which I use indoors, and then I have a pair of sunglasses that I'm supposed to use outdoors. Unfortunately, none of them has been regulated, so they don't really sit on my nose. Unfortunately. I need to get myself to Brilleland or something like that to get them fixed. Oh, I like this combo. It's kind of covering up the shades a little bit, but that's okay. What we can do is just take the brushes that we used and dab whatever's left on the brush onto the lid to make those colors pop again. Alright, dude dragon. Thank you so much for stopping by though. Have a wonderful sleep. And I hope I will see you soon. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bunnies bite.
Alright. I'll tell you the truth.
Okay, next step is deciding whether or I want eyeliner to this, what kind of accessories I want. and if I should do that before or after I do my face. They do, don't they? It's always been my motto ever since I lived in Sweden. I think I started using it in like, I don't know, 2007 or something. Maybe I should try doing a double liner today. I don't know if that would be too much. Ooh, I like this shimmer. It's pretty. So eyeliner basically just frames the eye. It can also cover up if you have something along the lash line that you wish to cover up. It can help cover it up. I'm thinking I might do I think I have what I need to make a gradient eyeliner. Or an ombre eyeliner. So we have yellow, we have a... Where is that one? Here it is. Oh, that's a brown one. Oh, here it is. We have burgundy, and we have brown. So I have 3 liners here. Let me just play around with this and see what I can accomplish. We're going to start off with a cream gel liner from ColourPop Cosmetics. This is in the shade Marigold. I hadn't really tried ColourPop's gel liners before I tried these ones. They are actually really good. So let's add that to the eye. Like a third of the way. Then we'll switch to a 24/7 Glide On liner from Urban Decay. I'm gonna add that next to the yellow. And lastly, we are grabbing another one from Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On liners. This is in a brown shade. This one was in the shade Alkaline. This is called Whiskey. So it has a very dark brown hue. We're just gonna add that to the outer corner. Trying to create kind of a gradient eyeliner effect. Not sure if I'm succeeding. Sorry about that. Bad CD back to the recycling place. Especially, yeah. If it has sentimental value, it can be really hard to separate with it. Completely understandable. And then I'm just gonna grab the yellow. I'm gonna try to blend the transition a little bit in the beginning of the eye. I'm not gonna do anything underneath the eye just yet, but I'm probably gonna do the same thing on the lower lash line. We'll see. You got it from the recycling place? Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should give the normal edition to the recycling place then. You know, upgrade. So as you can see, it gave a little bit more of definition to the lash line. Just a subtle, like, intensifying effect. You want both? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I'm not judging. You showed me your movie collection on stream. You did. I don't know if you showed me your CD collection. No, you didn't. Alright, we're gonna start with the face. I think I'm actually pretty happy. It's quite glamorous, but still pretty subtle. So I'm liking this so far. I am. What we're gonna do is I am going to wash my face. Did I wash my face? No, I don't think. Rabbit, you were out of practice. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna wash the face. Wash it. Wash it, I say. She's just gonna move back to my office. Like in the hallway. I mean, if it has a place in your shelf, I can understand that. Okay, face is washed. Instead of using moisturizer, I'm gonna use a hydrating primer. So today we are going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. I really love this primer. It has such a nice consistency. It feels really, really nice to the skin. Ooh, in the back of my phone, this look looks amazing so far. Alright, I'm gonna give the primer a little bit of time to set into the skin. But then we are going to start doing the base. So we need to pick out, I need to pick out, what kind of foundation I want to use today. Now I'm thinking I have quite a lot of redness in my skin, so I would like pretty full coverage today. I'm probably going to regret it later if I go out, but I might try to keep it unpowdered so I can correct it easily. So the foundation I am going to use is my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. Just gonna shake this, mix it around. Yes, I've heard so too. Now, people can sometimes, it can be a little bit uncertain whether or you should use concealer or foundation first. My opinion on that is just do whatever you feel is best. Personally, for me, I like to start with a foundation because then I can see kind of what spots needs correcting after I have applied the foundation. If you apply a full coverage foundation, you might not need much concealer at all, maybe just a little bit underneath your eyes, but I do prefer to start with the foundation. So what are you guys up to today? Is there anybody that has any fun plans this weekend? Or are you just gonna chillax? I've already had my weekend this week. This week has been a week of indulgence. I've been eating ice cream and potato chips and cookies for the entire week, so I feel like the weekend is not really the weekend for me this week. I should actually calm down with all the snacks. But it's so good, you know? And when you're tired and exhausted, you turn to snacks. You turn to comfort food. So, yeah, there's that. I do think I'm gonna take a short bio break and I'm gonna turn on the oven to make some... We're out of cheese! No! I can't put extra cheese on my pizza. It's too bad. Oops, sorry about that. Hope I didn't wreck anybody's ears. Oh. But I am going to take a small break and I'm going to activate my Be Right Back scene. You can play the drop game if you feel like it. Maybe somebody will hit the target. Huh? I hope so. We haven't had a lot of people hitting the target. Last time, apparently I did. So, rigged. What was that? No. Didn't say anything. But feel free to hit the target. I mean, try to hit the target. And I'll be right back. Okay, that was weird. Huh. It looks like the browser source is gone. Don't I have that one on my laptop? Maybe that's why. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix that to next time. Till tomorrow. If I can find it. I had to Google pretty intensely to find that damn drop gate last time. But that's okay. Yeah, probably is. Alright. I don't know what Sassy was doing. She's sitting sulking on the bathroom floor. Should I be concerned? I don't know. I don't know if I should be concerned. Alright, we're grabbing the foundation. This is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I'm gonna apply it with my IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush. And I'm just gonna add it to any place where I feel I might need it. I'm gonna try to not get it all over the brush today, because this brush has become a bitch to clean for some reason. I don't really know why. But it feels like I'm not able to get it fully clean, which is a bitch. Like I just said. And now you can clearly see the difference between the two sides. You can see where I put foundation on and not. So this foundation has pretty good coverage, but I don't want like a full coverage look today. So I'm gonna apply the foundation and then I'm going to take a look and see if there's any spots that I feel where I want to add a little bit more coverage. I have some more foundation on my hand here. Sometimes only foundation is not enough. Sometimes you need a little bit of concealer, which usually is my case, because I have a tendency of getting redness, especially around my cheek area, on my chin. Trying to separate clean brushes from dirty. It's not always an easy thing to do. All right, I kind of like this. I'm gonna grab a beauty blender and I'm just gonna dab it over the foundation to even out any brush strokes and to even out the texture.
Nice, it has a lot of space.
Just to get a little bit of red here, but that's okay. We're gonna cover that with some concealer in a bit. In a bit.
You have to really trust yourself, I think, to give some.
All right, I kind of like this. I do, however, feel like my face needs a little bit more moisture.
To not fill it up.
And my facial spray is in the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Or, impressive in some way.
She is sulking big time. Let's grab a fan and some spray.
Here I am. Here's my feeling.
Oh, I love the spray. I love it. It smells so good. So good. If you feel like your makeup is becoming a little bit flaky and look a little bit dry, sometimes all you need is a little bit extra moisture. So if you can or want to, you can get a facial mist that is hydrating, or you can always use a moisturizer before starting your makeup routine. I have dehydrated skin, which causes the makeup to sometimes look very cakey and dry. And after I got this spray, I love this one. If you want a facial spray that smells amazing, you should get this one. This is 100% vegan, antioxidant hydrating facial mist from Indie Beauty. And it smells... What did it smell? It smells like passion fruit, I think. Passion fruit, yeah. Doesn't say on the bottle, but I think I recognize the smell. All right. We are done with the foundation. Heading over to concealer. Today I'm using my 16-hour Camo concealer from e.l.f. This is a matte finish concealer. It's brightening. I'm just gonna add that underneath my eyes. And a little bit in areas where I feel I might need a little bit extra coverage. This is in the shade Fair Beige. I'm gonna grab my other beauty blender. This is a detail beauty blender. This is very good for reaching those small areas in your face. And I'm starting with the under eye area. And the cheek area. And remember to moisten your beauty blenders, guys. It will help it from soaking up, or prevent it from soaking up a lot of product, and it will also be much easier to clean later. So just keep that in mind. If you're using a beauty blender, always moisten it. And as usual, I managed to ruin the eyeshadow on one eye. That's okay, we can always add a little bit more after we're done with the concealer. So this concealer kind of has a 2-in-1 function because it's so bright that it's brightening the area. So it works a little bit as a highlight as well as a concealer. Adding that to the nose a little bit as well. There we go. Now I'm not going to set the entire face, but I will However, use a little bit of powder underneath my eyes to prevent the concealer and the foundation from creasing. So we're gonna grab the brush that we used in the beginning. I think it was this one, wasn't it? And before you set any powder on your face, make sure that any lines is evened out. Any lines are evened out. Because if you set lines that has product in it, you're gonna have lines on your face for the rest of the day. And we don't really want that, do we? I'm just gonna use this in the area where I have fine skin and fine lines. And a little bit along the eyeshadow line. Because we are going to add more eyeshadow to fill out the look and to correct any mistakes that we might have made with the concealer. Hi Kumar7 Eric, welcome in. Happy Friday. How are you doing? Why are you confused? Oh, focus. Whoa, so focused. Oh, sorry, I misread. Sometimes I read too quickly. I am doing well, thank you. This is my very first makeup stream in my new borough. We moved about 11 days ago, so this is the new location or the new makeup corner. And you can't really see anything behind me except for a wall, but you can clearly see the difference in the wall, I guess. I am a certified makeup artist. What should I call you? Kumar or Eric? But yes, I became certified in July. And I just really love makeup. It's a lot of fun. You can do so much with it. You cool with both names? Okay. All right, so I think kind of smells like the oven is almost ready. So I'm gonna check on that. I'll be right back. Yes, I'm certified. My mic is pretty good, so it might pick me up on my way to the kitchen. Here we go. Pizza is in the oven. I'm hungry. Yeah. I was doing makeup streams before I became certified, but let's see, 58, 10 past. But yeah, it was a lot of fun the year I went to school. I studied part-time, so I was in the course of a year. It felt like every week I had these kind of aha moments where I realized, oh, that's why you do that, or that's why you do this. Oh, Bear, come on. Stop over-exaggerating. I am far from a pro. Have you seen me play Hollow Knight? Muppet. Oh. Okay, so I think we're gonna finish the eyes. I'm gonna do the same thing below the eye as I did above it. We're gonna grab the white eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna basically repeat all of the steps that I did underneath my eye. Grabbing the white eyeshadow. Applying that in the outer corner. Now this white has a little bit of shimmer in it. You should be careful with shimmers around the eye area because it can enhance any like lines or things you want to hide. She's not great at Hollow Knight. No butterflies, no. Sorry, no butterflies today. Going in with that yellow shade called Chantelle. Applying it below my eye. And the next one, which was the Rainer shadow. I feel like this brush is a little bit too big. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush. And then the next one, which is the Amanita shade, also a too big a brush. I'm trying to grab another one. Do I have another one? No, let's just use the same one, but the other side. Ooh, that is way too much. Blending them together. Yes, I actually enjoyed drawing and painting a lot when I was a kid. That is right. I continued on doing that up to my mid-teens. Then I haven't really been drawing anything, which is sad. I am painting a little bit now and again, but it's not really like an active hobby of mine anymore. So let's grab that blender brush that we used. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. I'm just gonna blend this the same way that we did at the top. Softening it in the outer edges. Woo. Almost poked my eye. was about to ask about your painting, Lily, how it was going. If you've done any new projects. Everybody, Swifty's Moon is a good friend of mine in real life, and she is amazing at drawing. She is so talented. She has a beautiful singing voice. She does quite a lot of arts and crafts. I remember that embroidered motif you did on the t-shirt. It was really nice. But she does digital art a lot, and it's amazing. I mean, but she's been doing it for many years. So it's not really that surprising that she's so good at it, but it is amazing. Yes, she is, Hokkaido. I'm working on a few pieces for Zine. I'm painting a Warhammer model at the moment. Ooh, nice. Do you have like a web page or something you can share, Swifty or Lily? Where you keep your art? Do you have like a DeviantArt page or something? I'm gonna add you as a regular. I don't think we've done that yet. Oh, I don't force anybody to come here. If they come here, they do it of their own free will, and I appreciate them for it. I'm actually not really advertising my Twitch channel in real life that much. Let me see if I can do it. Remember how to do this. Regulars. Add. Swifty's Moon? No, okay. Was it exclamation mark? This is why I have moderators. As I don't know how to do this shit. There we go. Yay! Okay, you can post the link in chat now, or you should be able to post it in chat, Lily. I did it! Woohoo! Proud of myself. So proud. Alright, we're going to do the same thing that we did on the upper lid. So we're going to grab our tray again. We're done with the eyeshadows. She's not a streamer, Hokkaido. She doesn't stream. I think the shoutouts only works for streamers. There we go. There she has her website. Please feel free to go in and take a look. Her artwork is amazing, so enjoy. All right, let's grab a small... I'm gonna grab a cream shader because I'm gonna add a little bit of that pigment to the lower side of my eye now. But I feel like it's gonna be a little bit too clumsy with the finger. So I'm gonna try to add it a little bit with a brush, and then I'm just gonna try to pull it out and downwards. All right. Ooh! I would definitely come watch. I'm not a big fan of horror games, but I miss having good friends, good streamer friends to watch. Right, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the other shimmer. I actually have pigment left. No! Well, I'm the only one using this, and I disinfect and wash my equipment in between, so I'm gonna put it back into the bottle. I'm sure. At least I'm gonna try to put it back in the bottle. Now I'm getting pigment on in my foundation. Shoot! That's fine. It's fine. I think. Okay, switching brush. Need to grab my pizza soon. Grabbing the other pigment. Doing the same thing. I have to prepare you guys that sometimes my laptop just says F and I get a blue screen. So if my stream dies, you'll know why. I haven't seen any tendencies today, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. Let's see. Curious about how you sing. Aww, she has a lovely singing voice. I have to run out shopping with Aim. Okay, Hokkaido. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful shopping trip, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. That's so cool, Lily. I like it. All right, we're gonna do the same with eyeliners underneath our eye. Grabbing the Marigold, grabbing the Alkaline from Urban Decay. And lastly, but not leastly, the Whiskey from Urban Decay, which is the shade of the eyeliner, not a drink. Well, it is a drink too, but in this case, I'm talking about shades. And then I'm gonna grab the yellow one again, which is the Marigold. I'm just gonna use it to blend the first two together. There we go. All that's left for the eyes is some mascara. So I'm going to grab my Urban Decay Perversion mascara. This is the waterproof one. I've not been a big fan of this. It's not giving me the volume that I'm looking for, but I'm going to give it a try today. Oh, pizza! Shoot! fine. It's well done, but it's not burnt. I had to fetch my pizza. I had a pizza in the oven, and I didn't set a timer, but I had checked the time. But then I was like, when I reached the timer limit, I had forgotten about it already. So I was like, no, don't want to burn my pizza. Because I am hungry. My days have kind of been turned around a little bit since we moved because my boyfriend have a longer stretch to get to work now. So he has to get up earlier, and that means we have to go to bed earlier. And I usually go to bed with him. So I wake up 7 a.m. And sometimes I'm hungry when I wake up, sometimes I'm not hungry. Today was one of those days I was hungry, so I ate yogurt when I woke up, which is not really too filling. It doesn't keep you full for too long. Now the eyelashes did not turn out the way I wanted them to, since I actually left mid lash line, so to speak. No, I did not burn it, luckily. So I have it here. I'm gonna eat a little bit of pizza now that I put my mascara on. I'm gonna put my glasses on, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit with you guys while I eat my pizza. I hope nobody minds that I'm eating on stream. I know that there are some people that has pet peeves about it. If you don't like me eating on stream, you can come back in about 10 minutes and I'll be done. I'm hungry 24/7. Oh no. I feel you, man. I know they look like shades, but they're not. They are prescription glasses. I am very light sensitive, so I need a filter in my glasses. I was a little bit concerned whether I would be able to perform this stream today, because I've been struggling a little bit with headaches and pain in the eyes, which is an indication that the light sensitivity is bothering me. I'm not sure what that means. Sometimes it's really frustrating because, especially when I've done a makeup look that I'm really proud of and like. Anti-reflective. Not really. Maybe they are. I haven't reflected on if they are or not. But they have gray lenses, which makes all of the colors a little bit dampened, which means things are not as bright. Because being light sensitive sucks, people. In the summers, I can barely walk outside because... Dark mode for your eyes, yeah. In the summers, I can barely walk outside because I'm blinded. It just sucks the energy out of me when it's too bright. So I stay here in my burrow. No, I'm just a mole. No vampire. Well, we used to live in a basement and now we live in the second floor, so I'm bound to be exposed to sunlight. And especially with my makeup streams and the ring lights and stuff. Wow, I'm so pale. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. I take meds that causes me to burn easily in the sun. So not only am I light sensitive, I also burn very easily in the sun, so yeah. Vampire traits for sure. Well, I mean, I don't really mind. I've never been a person that has enjoyed tanning that much. It's very bad for the skin. So I'm just looking at it like I'm protecting my skin. At least I won't get skin cancer that easily. Pretty much, yeah. I usually try to go for SPF 30 or 50. And then I have a streamer friend in, I think he's in the States, that sometimes when he's off stream in the evenings, he contacts me and like, oh, so in such a nice weather, time to get some tan on. I'm like, I hope that you're wearing SPF. And you're like, well, I'm using SPF 15 or something, he said. Or SPF 5 or something, which is just a ridiculous number. And I was like, I don't know if the SPF system is different in the States, but that doesn't sound like too much. Well, you know, I switched to SPF 15 in the afternoons, and I'm like, still, I use SPF 30. It's like, what? It's not. But hey, if he's not tanning too much, I guess it's fine, but... got a little bit concerned there. Oh, it is. I do have sensitive skin. Always had. Yeah. I mean, usually when I venture out, it's either to go to the grocery store, so it's basically back and forth, or I head downtown to do some shopping. I haven't done that in a while because I can't afford it. And when I'm downtown, I can walk quite a lot. And I usually forget to put on sunscreen, but I'm usually wearing like a cap or a hat, so I think that's the most important for me. Well, that's impressive. Yeah, I envy people a little bit, you know, the people that tan easily. Because if I would tan easily, I wouldn't have to spend that much time out in the sun, right? I don't know. Maybe it's because... could it be because it's closer to, like, the Arctic? I don't know if the ozone layer is thinner here or whatever. Or if it's just a climate. I don't know. It's an interesting aspect. Alright, I finished eating my pizza, so let's continue. So the eyes are done. You should see me after rock climb and look roasted chicken. So where are you from, Eric? I'm gonna continue with the brows. I think I'm gonna go with like semi-natural today. So we're gonna start with brushing them through. And then I'm going to grab my yeah, I'm going to go for the MAC Shape and Shade. Which is this one. So this is a felt tip liner in one end and a shader in the other. India. Yeah, I can guess that you get tan pretty easily in that case. Your skin is used to it, you know? I'm just gonna fill in the contours of my brows with the felt tip liner. I'm gonna follow the natural curve of my brow. Argan, are you still here? There we go. And I'm gonna brush them out just to soften up any sharp lines. And then I'm gonna grab the other side, which is a shader. I'm just going to deepen the color in the arch. And a little bit towards the start of the brow. It was funny, I took one of those DNA tests with MyHeritage a couple of years ago because I was curious to see where my lineage came from. And when it came back, it said that I'm 95% Scandinavian and 5% Finnish. Now, last time I checked, Finland is a part of Scandinavia, but And it kind of tells me, you know, it explains why I am so fucking pale. Because my lineage have stayed within Scandinavia. They have not been moving around. Not been going anywhere in particular. You can make scrambled egg out in rock. It depends on where you are in Norway. If you're up in the northern parts of Norway, the sun basically never sets during the summer. So yeah, if you're in the northern Norway, you can, I think you're gonna be like fucked up if you're not used to it. Because that seemed really, really fucking weird. Imagine a day without no night. But here in the southern of Norway, in the summer months, yes, the nighttime is pretty short. We have like a couple of hours that is dark. But we've had a pretty mild summer this year. We've had a couple of days that were above 30 degrees, but other than that, we kind of stayed below, like in between 25 and 28 degrees, which I classify as a pretty mild summer. So what I did was that I grabbed a little bit of concealer. This is my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NC15. And I just used it to clean up the edges of my brows. Now, last step of the brows is going to be setting them with some brow gel. No, I know, sweetie. I know. I have actually found this summer to be relatively comfortable. There weren't really a lot of days where I felt like it was too hot, but I have barely left my house, you know, so that might have something to do with it. This is the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. This is the one and only brow gel that I'm using. I do have a tinted brow mascara that you also can use. It's basically a brow gel with a tint in it, which helps give your brows a little bit more color. So brows are done. We can now start with the contouring. I'm going to use my regular contour palette. We're using powder contour today. This is the Studio Pro contour palette I'm going to use. I'm going to grab a flat brush for this. This is the Zoeva 109 face paint. And I usually only use 3 shades in this palette, so most of these shades are actually unused. But as you can see, this palette is good for any skin type. So I don't really have... I have gunk in my eye. I can feel it. Where is it? There we go. But yes, I don't have use for all of these shades. The shades that I have been using is the lightest one, the peachy shades, this one right here, which is a cold brown, and this one, which is more of a bronzer shade. Yeah, I've never been a big outdoors person, so my ex-husband took me camping back in 2011 or something like that. And I was miserable. We were there for a week. And I was pretty miserable most of the time. I know that for a fact that I was not a fun company to be around on that trip. Because it was raining. We were up in a mountain. It was raining like 5 out of 7 days, so we didn't really have any weather. And mosquitoes, they love me. Mosquitoes love me. So I was miserable, completely miserable. And I think I've grown accustomed to too much comfort with the city life than to actually start enjoying the outdoors. I can take a walk in the woods, you know, but except from that, I'm not really an outdoorsy person. Anything and everything that you can put on your feet that makes you go in high velocity scares the living crap out of me. So I'm never gonna go skiing. I'm never gonna go skating. I wrecked my knee on an electrical scooter last year, so I'm kind of keeping away from those as well. Well, it's a good thing we are all different people. I like the outdoors when it's like a garden or a yard somewhere, or I can take a walk in the woods and I can really enjoy it, but I want to have the possibility to go home. Well, then you must be in an area that doesn't really have a lot of mosquitoes. That's all of the dark shade I'm going to use. What I've done is I have enhanced my cheekbones. I'm going to enhance it even more by picking up this very light shade and pulling it underneath the line of my jawbone. And then I'm gonna grab this bronzer shade, which is the warm brown that I was talking about. Just a little bit of that. I'm gonna put that on top of the contour, just to blend out the edge a little bit and to bring a little bit of warmth to the cheek. And this is gonna work as a transition in between the contour and the blush, which I really like. It also gives you an indication on where to put the blush. You never know. Mosquitoes are everywhere. Okay, we're done with the contour palette. Next step is blush. And I think I'm gonna go for the regular shade that I normally use. This is a mineral blush from Pure Colors in the shade 7 Pink Lily. And it's this really like peachy pink, kind of, very light pink. I have, because I have a lot of redness in my cheeks, I don't want to use a shade that's too pink, because it's just gonna enhance the redness through the foundation, right? Ha. Yeah, this is my favorite type of blush. I use this quite a lot. It is a very, very lovely, very, very soft shade of pink. So we dip the brush in it. I'm just gonna tap it on the back of my hand to remove any excess blush, because we don't want too much. And then I'm gonna add it to the apple of my cheeks. Just dabbing it on and pulling it outwards towards my temples. Now blush is supposed to be applicated differently depending on what face shape you have. I have quite an oval face shape. An oval is kind of classified as the perfect face shape. So if you have an oval face, now I have a hair in my face, it tickles like crazy. Where is it? There it is. Ah, that was nice. If you have an oval face shape, you don't really need to take positioning into consideration. It doesn't matter if you have, talking about the eyes, if you have an almond face shape, which is kind of oval, or eye shape, which is a kind of oval eye shape, then you don't need to care about the form of the eyeshadow. If you have an oval face, you don't really need to take into consideration what kind of shape of your brows you have or where you position your blush. It's all about personal preference. Name 3 makeup brands that pop up in your head right now. ColourPop, ZZ Cosmetics, NYX Cosmetics, which is 3 of the brands that I use the most. And if you find that the blush might be a little bit intense, it might not look that intense on camera. On the camera actually removes about 30% of the color intensity on your face. So that's why when you take a picture, it's more important that you add more makeup just because you want it to be visible on camera. But if you think that it's a little bit too much, you can grab your foundation brush or whatever you use to apply your foundation, and you can take the leftovers and you can just dab it over the blush. And you'll see that it looks much more balanced right away. You don't need much. More hydration to the lips. Okay, what we have left now is actually some highlight, and then we have the lips. So that's all that's left. So let's add some highlight. Never heard of those brands in your life? Well, if you're not really into makeup, I understand that. NYX Cosmetics is a worldwide, international, really famous makeup brand, actually. So just the fact that you haven't heard of that brand is kind of tells me how much you know about makeup. But I don't judge you. I mean, it's a personal, it differs from person to person. You have to be interested in it to know. So. Yes. So I'm going to add a little bit of highlight first. This is from NYX Cosmetics. This is the Diamonds&Ice Please Highlight Palette. In the version Best Life, it's called. I really like the name of this palette. It has 4 highlights, and I usually just use the top 2 because the bottom 2 is a little bit too dark for me. So I'm going to dig into... What do I feel like today? Not hairs on my face, that's for sure. I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of the second shade. Since here I am. Well, you are welcome. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them and I'll answer the best I can. I cannot promise that I will be able to answer it right away, but if I can't answer it, I will look it up. Here we go. I'm proficient. Yes. Lily does very, very beautiful makeup. I've seen her in a lot of pretty makeup looks. You pretty, Lily. I love you. All right, what to do with the lips? That's a good question. I think I'm gonna grab the leftovers of the highlight and I'm just gonna add it underneath my brow bones. Just a little piece of shimmer. So what to do with the lips? I feel with such a vibrant eye look, I don't really feel like I want to go over the top with the lips. Hi, Organ! You're still here! Welcome back! How do you enjoy your lurk? Do you find it interesting or is it boring? I've gone through a little bit of a transformation, huh? Had lunch. Nice. What did you have? So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically going to create a pretty nude lip. So I'm going to grab a pretty neutral lip liner. I'm always going back to this one. This is a lip liner I got in a lipstick lip vault, or a lipstick vault that I bought from NYX. The lip liners, they are this small. Because it was a vault containing lipsticks that also were in the mini version. And lip liners. I really, really love NYX lipsticks. They are long lasting and they look good. So what I'm going to do, I think, is that I'm going to grab this one. This is a mineral bat brand called Me Cosmetics. It's what my school actually uses. And this is a click out lip crayon. You can twist it up to get more of it. It's a lovely, lovely color. I really like this color. So we're gonna add that. To the lips. There we go. And I'm going to use the lip pencil in the contours of my lips. Carpaccio. Raw meat with Parmesan scales on top. Ooh, that sounds nice, Argan. That sounds really nice. I usually do the opposite. I usually use the lip liner first and then I apply the lipstick. But I've seen so many people do the opposite just to tidy up the lip line. So I'm just trying that today. Granted, this one needs to sharpen, but I don't know where my Okay, Eric, thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and take care of yourself. Stay safe. Bye. Because if you want a really crisp line around your lips, this one needs to have a sharp tip. This one does not. So it's probably not going to be the most clean lip line. But eh. There we go. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of a lighter lipstick on top in the middle just to get that gradient effect. Or maybe just a little bit of lip gloss. So what we can do while we wait, I'm gonna grab my setting spray. Today I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray in the Ultra Matte version. So let's grab a new the fan, and let's get to spraying. This has a very aggressive spray. I always forget that. Luckily it dried up pretty quickly. So are you going to stream today, Argan? You have finished Noita, so now what? You did mention the legend of Legaia. See, I remember the name. Woohoo! But I don't remember if you said that it would be today or tomorrow. Yep, soon. All right. So now the lipstick has set a little bit. I'm going to grab a lighter lipstick. This is from NYX Cosmetics. It's called Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Tea and Cookies. Tea and cookies. Hum, 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 hum. I'm just gonna add a little bit to the middle of my lip to create that kind of ombre effect. I'm gonna play it today, gonna see if my strategies to not get completely destroyed will work. Alright. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm gonna take my bangs down. I don't know what to do with these. I'm just waiting for them to grow out because they are so annoying. I could also put a little bit of that pigment I have left on my lips. Maybe? Maybe? Should we? I don't know. No, I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip that. Alright guys, let me switch scenes for you and you can get a close-up of this makeup look. It's not bigger. Okay, I'll just zoom in for you. Where is the droid cam? There is the droid cam. So here is the finished makeup look. Okay. Hope that you like it. I usually take some photographs on stream as well. I don't have too much time or motivation today, but I'm gonna try to take a couple. Oh god, this looks horrible. Don't like my bangs. Don't like them. Definitely been a while since I did this. Thank you, Argan. I really enjoy playing with layers, like eyeshadows and pigments or glitters. It's really effectful. It's really difficult to capture in the light. So this is usually what I struggle with when I'm done. I am luckily not blocking you with the camera, so that's good. So usually I just take a couple of pictures of the look in general. Did capture a little bit of the glitter there. Not there. Excuse me. Also a little bit there. That was blurry, so fuck that. And after I've taken a couple of pictures, oops. Well, that was a picture of my makeup table. Then I take a little short video where I just turn back and forth and try to show the glitter, if there's glitter on it. Because glitters and shimmers are really difficult to capture on camera, especially if you have multi-chromes, then they're super difficult to capture on camera. Because you need kind of a light source that hits in several different angles. I have two ring lights here, but they are I don't know. Either they're too far away or something. Yes. So if I turn this light into a warm light, for example, and that looks much warmer, much brighter since it's warm color. I actually like the warm light with this. Maybe not close up, then it gets too yellow. I do see that I have a little bit of redness on my cheeks, so I didn't manage to cover it up fully. So the first light setting that I had was a cold light. And cold light is the best light to have, like natural light. And then it's basically just to, Alright, Argan, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope that you enjoyed this stream as much as the Hollow Knight stream. It's a little bit of a different vibe, but I hope that you enjoyed it. Good luck with your Legends of Legaia. And I'll see you soon. Bye. All right. Let's turn this back. I don't remember my new ring light being so so mild in light. I think I've gotten a couple of pictures I can work with now, so I'm gonna settle for that. Let's put the glasses on. There we go. Makeup look gone. But I'm gonna clean away things that I haven't used. And then I'm gonna raid somebody. So let's see who we can raid. Used all of these? No. There we go. Separate the dirty brushes from the clean. There's a lot of cat hair on these. What the fuck? Why does cat hair get everywhere? Why? I need to work on the camera angle so you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. Those need cleaning. Put that back and that back. And close this. Whoop. Okay. There we go. Let's see who we can raid, everybody. Please don't go anywhere. Help me spread that long-eared, fluffy love, people. Make somebody's day a little bit better. I didn't have too many people that I follow that's doing beauty and body art at the moment. We do have Mal Kitty, if you remember her. She is doing a Steven Universe Fusion Body Paint. But let us check out the category and see what we can find. "43 viewers, not too many." I don't understand why people are streaming themselves sleeping. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you just film yourself sleeping? I'm sorry guys, we didn't really have a lot of people there either. So I guess I'm sending you over to Mal Kitty. And we're gonna spread some love to her and her community. Let me see here. I'm probably gonna disappear out of camera because I can't reach my laptop otherwise. But hee-hoo. Here is my raid call, guys. A copy paste. Let's spread that long-eared fluffy love. I was thinking of changing it to something shorter, but I forgot to do that, so. If you just want to copy one of the lines, that's fine with me. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. The very first beauty stream from the new borough. I hope that you have enjoyed this stream. We have been talking a lot, and I have really enjoyed talking with you guys and just hanging out. It's been a chill and nice stream. So I hope that you feel the same. I will be back tomorrow with more makeup. So I hope that I will see you then. If you are interested in something else, I am a variety streamer and I do stream a little bit of different topics. I don't only do makeup, I stream variety games. Right now I am playing Hollow Knight, and it is the most challenging games for me personally that I've been taking on so far. So if you're interested in that, I will be back playing Hollow Knight on Sunday. Otherwise, I do Just Dance on a regular basis, so if you're interested in seeing me jump around and breaking a sweat, I will be doing that on Monday. But if you are new here and you like what you see, just remember to press the follow button downstairs so you get notifications when I go live. And if you really, really love what you see, then why not throw me a sub? Or buy yourself one, or give one away to somebody else. Right now you get your first sub 20% off, and you will get or give someone else access to my very, very cute emotes. They are very cute, so I hope that I will see you. But for now, I'm sending you off to Mal Kitty. I hope that you will enjoy yourself in her stream. I will have to host in Ghost, unfortunately, but give her my regards, and I hope that I will see you soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Friday. Mwah! The weekend is here, so buy yourself some ice cream or some snacks or something good to drink and just spoil yourself and relax, because it is the weekend. Much, much, much love to each and every one of you. Love you, whether you're old or new to my channel. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Till next time. From the Rabbit Sparrow.